Normally, when you go to war, you do rotation, then you know you're coming home.
These days, Erica Vandermeer rarely puts her phone down. It's the only lifeline she and her son-in-law have to their family member, a sailor aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln.
I keep hearing, well, they signed up for this. They didn't sign up to be on a ship in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did. When you raise your right hand and you swear allegiance to the United States military, when you take that oath of enlistment, you do sign up to go to sea on a submarine or a ship or an aircraft carrier or boots on the ground in the Middle East in an army tank in a Bradley fighting vehicle. You do sign up for that. And I am disgusted by what I'm seeing here. Because, number one, I'm a Led Zeppelin fan. I had the opportunity to meet Jimmy Page and have a cup of tea. So that pisses me off, and I would love to snatch that off of her, but I don't want to see what's underneath. But ladies and gentlemen, America has gotten soft. For those that are watching, we're streaming vertically and horizontally. So we got two streams going on here. I want to reach a broader audience, people maybe watching on their phones. America's gotten soft, not because our people are weak, but because somewhere along the way, we started treating hardship like victimhood. Sacrifice has become injustice, and discomfort has now become oppression. Now, the mother of this sailor aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln says her daughter didn't sign up to spend months at sea without port calls. Sheila, or whatever your name is, I'm going to say Karen with this purple hair. She looks dangerous. Let's get back to this.
Abraham Lincoln.
I keep hearing, well, they signed up for this. They didn't sign up to be on a ship in the middle of the ocean with no port calls, no feet on the ground. That wasn't in the brochure when they signed up.
It is.
The Lincoln was due home from the war in Iran in May, but it's now past 260 days at sea. Sailors haven't made a port visit in more than 7 months. More than 200 family members brought concerns about reports of deteriorating conditions to a Navy town hall on August 6th. Officials said sailors have access to counselors and doctors and that more mental health staff are on the way, but shared little about other conditions on the ship. President Trump was asked about their complaints last week.
It's always Trump's fault. Let's blame the president. Blame the president. Okay, let's roll it.
U.S. service members are concerned about the conditions on board the USS Lincoln.
Well, no, that ship is moving. No, they're not.
The deployment's gone on too long.
No. Not nearly long enough. Thank you, everybody.
When the war
I love he says not nearly long enough. That's what I love. That is Chesty Puller. That is Old Blood and Guts. That is Admiral Chester Nimitz. That is Farragut. That is Abraham Lincoln. That is George Washington. That is Thomas Jefferson. That is what we need. How long is it going to take? It's going to take as long as it takes. That's the way that I look at this. And whatever the New York Slimes is the one that ran this story. Thank you for the super chat there, KRO. I really appreciate it, man. I'll give you a big shout out here just a second. But man, I love this.
war kicked off, Erica second-guessed her vote for Trump.
I support him,
There
but
we go.
I don't support that remark.
There we go.
Because he doesn't have loved ones out there. When this is all over, he should take a tour and then let him reflect on that comment. Bye, guys. Love you.
Most families of the crew
Here's the really good part. This is the husband of the sailor. It looks to me like he's living with the mother-in-law. The mother-in-law, whatever. I don't want to know what's going on behind closed doors in those bedrooms there. But this is the husband? The husband. Okay.
haven't spoken publicly, afraid it could mean trouble for their loved ones aboard the ship. Erica and John agreed on the condition.
Oh, you gotta love that. Giving the kids some Kool-Aid with the red number 9 dye. That'll help the kids.
That we not use their sailor's name.
She's been struggling. I think the only thing that helps her is when she gets videos from me of the boys. That brings her spirits up.
It's been 9 months since John last saw his wife.
To infinity and beyond. Mama loves you, Gunny.
She recorded this for the boys while she's on deployment because she misses them so much. I haven't gotten as much sleep because I have been nervous about her. And I'm also nervous about the boys because I don't have my partner here to help me with them. So I'm always nervous that I'm not doing enough for the boys.
Another carrier, the USS George Washington, is sailing toward the Arabian Sea to replace the Lincoln. But the Navy hasn't said when it will arrive or when John's wife will finally come home. A Navy veteran himself, John.
So he is a Navy veteran himself. Salute to your service there, John. His last name is Bixby, John Bixby. So he knows what's going on. He knows what to expect. Why did they go to the New York Times to try and make the president look bad? That's the ultimate goal, right?
John served on a deployment like this one, which is why he's not buying the reasons his country went to war.
I don't agree with the war. I don't agree with this war at all.
There we go.
I voted for Trump in 2016, and I will continue to vote for him in 2020 and 2024. So I'm nervous for 2028. We don't know who we're going to vote for.
My guess is Tucker Carlson, Thomas Massey, Marjorie Taylor Greene, someone along those lines. General Mike Flynn. Looks like Mike Flynn has now thrown his hat in with the Tucker Carlson party. These people are probably paid agitators or paid. I think this is how it's working out.
A war in Iran is pretty much like the biggest thing that we asked not for him to do. And he did that.
The Department of Defense did not respond to our request for comment. With no clear exit strategy for the U.S. in its latest war in the Middle East, John is grappling with more than just the concern for his wife.
Since this war has started, it has shown us one thing, that America is sadly not the strongest country in the world, as we still thought it would be. It's very disheartening.
America's not the strongest country in the world. Audio's great. Everything's Trump's fault. That's the comment I was looking for right there. That's what everything's fallen into.
Because my father, he fought in the war in Iraq. And now it seems like just like Iran's off for nothing too as well.
Wow. This is the problem right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the problem we're seeing in America. And this is just a zoomed in microscopic sort of dilemma. The woman did sign up to be deployed. Yes, she did. She joined the United States Navy. Ships go to sea. Sailors deploy. They've been deploying since they've been able to put something together and make it float. I'm talking back to the Vikings, Christopher Columbus. America wouldn't be America if somebody didn't find this place. Ships go to sea, sailors deploy, Marines deploy, soldiers deploy, Air Force airmen deploy. Plans change. Deployments get extended. That is not cruelty. That is military service. That's what you signed up for. And those sailors out there are not victims. They are heroes. Those men and women deployed around the country are heroes around the world. The problem is the rest of us, and I'm not one of them, have forgotten how to look at what sacrifice is. How to look at sacrifice with pride instead of pity. And I'm going to tell you this, after 20 years in the Navy, America does not need another excuse. America needs thicker skin. We need thicker skin. And I'm not sure why that we haven't been able to understand that. And there's a lot of you that have probably got family members that are deployed. If you're a veteran, I would love to see your branch of service in the chat because you know exactly what it is. If you're a business owner, you know that America's gotten soft. You can't find people to show up to work. And I mean, I'll just say it. America has gotten soft. We spent years teaching people to be victims. And if life gets hard, somebody must have done something wrong to you. And now this Navy mom says her daughter didn't sign up to spend months at sea without port calls. I would just like to say to that lady, ma'am, with respect, she did. She joined the military. And all of you that have joined the military know exactly what I'm talking about. We got somebody chiming in here. Daniel Munson, longtime channel subscriber, member. U.S. Marine Corps, 85 to 93. I don't know what the MOS thing means. I'm not as familiar with MOSs with regards to the Army or Marine Corps. I'm not familiar with that. In the Navy, we have rates, we have job descriptions. So that's what I'm familiar with. Here we go. When I was deployed, our first sergeant got his retirement canceled. Yes, they did a thing under, I want to say it was under Obama, called stop loss, where you couldn't actually get out. You were stop lost. They weren't going to allow you to leave because it was time to, do your damn job. And I'm okay with all of that. What I'm not okay with is glorifying victims, glorifying criminals. And what we're seeing across the country is the glorification of victims. America has gotten soft. And it seems like America has also changed who the heroes are, who the victims are, who the patriots are. Hold on, let's see here. You must have never been a Navy vessel. Port call is critical not only for ship replenishments, but also for morale. You have no idea. Your name is Feet Stank. I did 21 years in the Navy on submarines. If you got a port call, you were lucky, Feet Stank. So yes, I do know what I'm talking about. And if you're going to try to troll, spell the word port with a T, not P-O-O-R, which is poor, as in poor common sense, which is exactly what I think you have. I think you have a poor grasp at reality. And that's okay. I'm not here to educate you. I'm not here to dunk on you for being a mouth breather. That's not my job. I don't need to do that. But we're starting to understand that things have flipped. America's flipped. And it's leading to the decline on so many levels. One of the things that I will mention is how we have become so backward. Feet Stank has zero clue. Yeah, exactly. He has zero clue. Pour him a drink. Probably a glass of STFU. But we've become backwards. We've become backwards. He has an opinion. Respect that. Yeah, I mean, opinions are wrong. And that's okay to be wrong. But whenever we start glorifying the victims, we also start glorifying criminals. We start doing that. Let me show you something with some heroes here real quick. You want to see some heroes? Let's go right here. Right here. Breaking news. Leaked footage from the USS Abraham Lincoln. Look at what's happening on the Lincoln right now. Look at the Lincoln. That's the flight deck on the Lincoln in a rainstorm. That's what's really happening. They don't take days off. It's raining like pouring piss out of a boot on that flight deck. Look at the waves in the background. That's what happens. That is how we became the greatest nation in the world. I'm going to show you something here of of someone that I became friends with that it sort of sheds some light on what I'm talking about here. This is a good friend of mine right here. Well, he's gone now, but his name was Robert Lentz. We call him Bob. World War II submarine veteran on the USS Perch. And this was the submarine he was on, the USS Perch. It's not a very good image, but that's the best that they could do. World War II, they didn't really have a lot of aerial photography, no drones. But Bob, as we call him, was a torpedoman during World War II. They were on the USS Perch. They left Pearl Harbor about, I want to say about 18 hours before Pearl Harbor was bombed. Okay? Left Pearl Harbor just a few hours before it was attacked. Went to the Philippine Sea. You can see here the flight deck, or not the flight deck, the deck of the Japanese ship where they dragged all these sailors out of the water. These are the names of the crew members who died in captivity from that ship or from that submarine. Bob was a World War II veteran. He was a POW for the better part of 3.5 years. Never once did I hear him complain about anything talking to him. He told me stories about how they would just wake him up and beat them every day. They had to look around for their own food. They had to hunt for their own sustenance. But yet we've got a woman, a mom here, assuming the role of victim for her daughter. And I just, I can't fall in line with this, man. I can't fall in line with this. When you sign up to do that job, that's what you do. You do your damn job. And you shut up and do it. And you don't get your mom to go on the New York Times with your cuck husband to complain about that job. That's just, I'm tired of victims. I'm tired of everyone becoming weak. That's what I'm fed up with. And I don't know how many of you know someone that's a victim. You probably do. The one thing that really bothers me is why someone would join the military, then after they leave the military, then suddenly flip. Here we go, Fat Boy, 1980 to 88, Army 5th ID. I have no idea what 5th ID means, but thank you for your service. It was called duty when I was in. Are you all starting to see the same thing? Am I off base here? Have the men become so weak that they have to play women's sports? Have the men become so backwards? Is the estrogen levels that high that men are now I've got so much to say, but I don't want to say it the wrong way, because I think what it would do would probably offend some people. Let's just say that. It would probably offend some people. And I guess I'm okay with offending people, to be honest with you. I guess I am A-okay with offending some people. Let's talk here real quick. I don't know what I would do in this situation as the husband, but I'd like to get your opinions on this. What do you think you would do here?
Defense has rested in the murder trial of Lindsay Clancy, arguing the Massachusetts mother suffered from postpartum psychosis before she strangled her 3 children. Prosecutors argue Clancy, a former labor delivery nurse, meticulously planned the killings and knew what she was doing.
Okay, so I'm going to back up here real quick. The dad, the husband, the father. There were 3 kids. She was a labor and delivery nurse. Labor delivery nurse. Whew. Boy, oh boy. Thank you for the comment, Chad. Classic MAGA talking points. Obsessed with culture war. War issues while AR. I don't know what that means. Tell your wife to change the channel.
Prosecutors argue Clancy, a former labor delivery nurse, meticulously planned the killings and knew what she was doing.
Sandra Mitchell is live in the KTLA News Center with more about a case that has captured national and international attention. Sandra.
Yeah, Micah really has crucial testimony today that will set the stage for these closing arguments. We heard from two psychiatrists with very different views, and it appears we are now just days away from this case going to the jury.
Lindsay Clancy rests her case.
Staring straight ahead, showing no emotion, Lindsay Clancy in court today as the defense closed its case. The 36-year-old Massachusetts mother charged with killing her 3 young children.
Here's the thing, and I want to know from the moms out there. I want to know from the dads out there. I want to know from the people that have lost a child. Did Lindsay Clancy become the victim? Are they trying to paint this woman as the victim? And I'm going to put that poll in the chat. Is Lindsay Clancy the victim? Do any of you remember the name Lizzie Borden? Went upstairs to give her mom, 40 whacks? I think that's the first reference we can think of, or that comes to my mind. This mom, this mother, this wife, this nurse, the one thing I think that we have to look at right now, after we hear that she was a labor and delivery nurse in Massachusetts, which is very pro-choice, not pro-life state, if there were any other babies that died in that labor and delivery unit, do we need to start looking at that investigation as well? Should that be examined? Listen to this.
Staring straight ahead, showing no emotion, Lindsay Clancy in court today as the defense closed its case. The 36-year-old Massachusetts mother charged with killing her 3 young children did not take the stand. 1 month after the emotionally charged trial began, and now closing arguments are set for Monday.
Generally, she was friendly and cooperative.
Forensic psychiatrist Dr. Abraham Mack testifying for the prosecution today, saying Clancy knew what she was doing was wrong when she strangled her 3 children, all 5 and under.
There were not really abnormalities. I would say at some points she seemed distressed by some topics.
She may have had mental health issues and been very stressed. Does that make it okay? Is that a justification for taking the lives of 3 children? I bet you everybody in the chat has had some kind of mental health problem. Not being able to make the bills, pay rent.
I believe tearful at one point, but otherwise nothing remarkable.
The defense insists Clancy was suffering from postpartum psychosis, hearing voices that commanded her to kill. The final witness for the defense, Dr. Philip Resnick, the same psychiatrist who testified in the Andrea Yates trial. Yates killed her children 25 years ago.
25 years ago. Yates. I believe it was about 30 years ago, was a lady by the name of Susan Smith that drove her car into a lake in South Carolina. Casey Anthony. Remember that name? Is it America's problem? John Baker. Mental health care in America is really bad. Is it America's problem? Are we shifting the blame to America away from the woman that did this?
Ago, but was found not guilty by reason of insanity.
She was hearing a voice which was commanding her to engage in the killing behavior, and she did not feel any sense of control. She felt that She had to obey.
Clancy admits she killed her kids, but is pleading an insanity defense.
Okay, that phrase right there, listen to this sentence.
Clancy admits she killed her kids, but is
Get rid of the word but. That should have been the end of the case. Clancy admitted she took the lives of her kids. Game over. To me, what do you want? Feet first or head first for wood chipper? That's the end of the story for me.
Pleading an insanity defense.
She was very nurturing, very loving. She was a wonderful mother.
Her own mother-in-law testifying in her defense, saying that Clancy had declining mental health.
The mother-in-law testified in her defense
and was begging for help.
Mostly she had insomnia. She was losing her appetite. She was very anxious and sad.
If she's convicted, Clancy could face life in prison. If she's found not guilty by reason of insanity, it is likely she would be sent to a psychiatric hospital. Live in the news.
Okay. I want to get some comments here because the comments are on fire. I want to do this as well. We've got a poll going on both chats. Is Lindsay Clancy the victim? On the vertical stream, the people watching vertical, 82% say no. 18% say yes. The people watching on the horizontal stream, sort of the TVs, 95% say no. 5% say yes. To me, that's a resounding no, she's not the victim. But there's going to be people that say she is the victim. And I'm sorry, but I can't fall into this victim mentality whenever it comes to something like this. I just can't. I don't understand how anybody can. I don't know how people can go out and protest for this, but I'll show you right here. They all skipped the Candace Owens podcast to go protest for the woman that decided to take her children's lives. Look at this. These are all the moms that eat cat food and drink Reuniti at 9 o'clock in the morning. They're missing the Candace Owens show to go and do this. Mental health is a real problem. I agree. Completely. Michelle Lynn, my son flipped after being a Marine for 6 years. It's so awful we don't talk about it. Michelle, I agree. I have some friends that are not here anymore. I'll just say that. Because of the same thing. But at the same time, a level of responsibility has to be assigned. Let me show you this. I can't play the audio because it's got music, but I want to show this to you. I'm glad she set up the camera for the meltdown. Watch this. She set up the camera for the meltdown. This is staged, complete staged trash. She set up her iPhone, probably put some hot sauce in her eyes to make herself look like she's crying, and let's make a TikTok video. And then let's use the kid as a prop. Look at this. Are you starting to understand this? This is all staged. This is not mental illness. This is effect of a psychotic society. Jeff, this is sickening. I think you're right, Jeff. I really think that you are 1,000% correct. I don't understand how we got here, though. That's what I don't understand, is how we got to this point where we are glorifying the criminals. George Floyd was obviously, he just needed more hugs. Let's forget about all the stuff in his system. Luigi Mangione, he was just trying to help people get cheaper insurance. Carmelo Anthony, not the basketball player, the other guy. He was just upset at white football players. The Timothy McVeigh, he just didn't like that FBI building in Oklahoma City. The hijackers in the planes. When are they going to glorify them rather than the 3,000 people, I'm sure I'm off on the numbers, that lost their life in the tower? When are we going to glorify the hijackers? We have become so damn backwards. Hugged the bowl many times, but that was not due to mental, but alcohol. Yeah, I have done. But I didn't set up a camera and then make a TikTok video about it. You know what I mean? It's a weird timeline. When did Charlie Kirk become the bad guy? When did Tyler Robinson become the example of injustice? When did Casey Anthony become a good mom, mother of the year? When did Planned Parenthood become a healthcare organization? Healthcare. That's what Planned Parenthood apparently is, right? Forget about MK Ultra? I don't think anybody's forgot about anything. But I love the conspiratories, the conspiracies. I love it. It's all MK Ultra. Listen to this. Listen to this. I want you to listen to what she says here, because this is part of the problem.
I made my thoughts clear on this.
Oh, here we go.
The moment that she was arrested, the moment that it made the news, Lindsay Clancy is obviously not guilty. There are
Lindsay Clancy not guilty. Candace just said it. Lindsay Clancy not guilty. Listen.
I made my thoughts clear on this. The moment that she was arrested, the moment that it made the news, Lindsay Clancy is obviously not guilty. There are a fleet of doctors who should be imprisoned for what they put her on.
All the doctors' faults. Right? When did that start?
I regularly speak out against Big Pharma. They get away with murder all the time. And in this case, they are getting away with the murder of really her 3 children, but also completely destroyed her life.
There we go. Let's remove the blame from the woman. Let's get rid of the blame there. Let's go to Big Pharma. Nice move, Candace. That's the way to cater to your base. I'm sorry, I can't do that.
I made my thoughts clear on this. The moment that she was arrested, the moment that it made the news, Lindsay Clancy is obviously not guilty. There are a fleet of doctors who should be imprisoned for what they put her on. I regularly speak out against Big Pharma. They get away with murder all the time. And in this case, they are getting away with the murder of really her 3 children, but also completely destroyed her life. When Lindsay Clancy, in my opinion, is not guilty. She was put into an intentional psychosis when she probably just needed to give her kids away for a weekend to get better, but they constantly give you these drugs that do not make things better. And the cocktail of 10 pharmaceuticals that she was on is absolute madness. Absolute madness. I made my thoughts clear on this.
Okay, so here's the question at hand. JWR 73, I love the train. I love trains. She admitted she did it. End of story, case closed. Okay, so I'm going to start a poll, and I want you to comment in the poll with either a 1 for yes or a 2 for no. Is Lindsay Clancy guilty? Is she responsible for her actions. 1 for yes and 2 for no. Is she responsible for her actions? I'm going to put a poll here. Is Lindsay Clancy responsible for her actions? Yes or no? My opinion, she is 1,000% responsible for her actions. I don't believe she's the victim. I believe she knew what she was doing, or she wouldn't have done it 3 times. If I get in my truck and I back into somebody in the parking lot, that's an accident. If I then find another car and back into it, and then another car and back into it, it's not an accident. I backed into 3 cars. So I want to get your thought. I see a lot of ones. The ones are dominating on here. The poll is, the poll's on fire right now. I got a lot of people watching over on Rumble. Rumble people. Is she guilty? Is this a direct result of how far we have fallen in society? Hold on, here we go. Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit, I met him a couple of times. It was a wrestler. He did something very similar to his family. You're absolutely right, JW Colts, Pacers fandom. Thank you for that. Wow. Gooch, this is why we had witch trials. Oh, Massachusetts, you're absolutely right. I mean, you're absolutely right. Man, I guess I should probably, yeah. I just don't understand how we have become to accept this. But it seems like a lot of people are accepting this behavior. I, for one, cannot stand by for this behavior. I also don't believe I can allow someone to change my mind on this. I don't believe you're going to change my mind on something like this. But I am open to debate on this. I'm open to some insight as to why some people think this is normal. There's a lot of people that do think this is okay. But is it her fault? My opinion, it is. My opinion, it is 1,000% this woman's fault. And I just don't know at what point we became a society that this was all right. You know what I mean? I don't know how we got here. I don't know how we got here. But the one thing I do understand is that we have people like Candace Owens that are, I don't know if you want to call it I don't know if you want to call it making the excuse, but it damn sure feels like she's making the excuse for what we're seeing here, right? I mean, it seems like the excuse has been made. I'm going to grab some calls this morning. I'm going to try to put the phone number up on both platforms so that people can see the numbers to call. Because that's one of the things I do here on my show is I take some phone calls. And I like to hear from the people watching on various platforms. So I'm going to take some calls here. I'm not sure what to expect from some of the people making the calls this morning. But I think this needs to be talked about. Mental health is a real problem. And whenever it's this, then, I just don't know how we got here, guys. I don't know how we got here. We'll grab some calls. 615-475-7864. Turn the audio down whenever you do call in. Let's go straight to Massachusetts. Massachusetts. Bruno, what do you got, Massachusetts?
Good morning, brother. This woman disgusts me. I say we use an elastic exercise band. Do the same damn thing to her. All right, I'm tired of the victimhood myself. It's disgusting. And, you said, when are the attackers from 9/11 going to be noted as victims? They gave them their prize. They nominated and elected douchebag in New York City.
Are you starting to understand my perspective that we have now flipped so far that the criminal is the victim is the criminal? I mean, that's what it seems like to me, Bruno.
It's disgusting. It's like, what in the hell? I mean, the president constantly brings it up. Others constantly bring it up. How many people have died from these illegals, yet they're still the victim? No, they're illegally in this country. Get them the hell out.
Thank you for calling, brother. God bless you.
God bless you, brother. God bless you, Patriot.
There you go. Patriot Bruno up in Massachusetts. In Massachusetts talking about this. Let's go line 3. Where are you calling from? What is your name?
Good morning, Ben. Lowe's Grove, Oklahoma.
Good morning, sir. What do you think, Brian?
Hey, we lost it when we started giving trophies to everybody. We lost it when our parents and our grandparents said, as long as they don't come out of the closet, we're okay. How long did they really think they was going to stay in the closet? That's where we messed up. And, as far as debating, you want to debate, there's no common ground with morality and our morals that we've lost, the ethics and morals that we no longer possess as a society.
I think if we go back to the Susan Smith case in South Carolina, America was behind the children in that case. Casey Anthony, when she took the life of her daughter, that started to change a little bit, didn't it? The Casey Anthony, Kaylee Anthony situation, where they tried to lay the blame on the grandparents for the granddad not being a good dad. I mean,
yeah, that they have the thought process that would allow someone to do that, to try to transfer the guilt to him. This is where we screwed up.
Well, thank you for calling, brother. Parents, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I appreciate what you do, Ben.
God bless you. I try to give everybody about a minute is what I've got. I got a little timer set up here. Let's go line 4. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Rachel from Texas.
Rachel in Texas. Thank you for calling, Rachel. Rachel, are you a mom or a grandmother, a daughter, a sister, or what's your situation? Do you have kids?
Well, I work with children professionally.
Okay, that's enough said.
My first job was when I was 14, working in a daycare center. So I adore children. I mean, I look, we're all people, but these babies, oh my gosh. So look, you don't ask a demon if a demon is wrong.
Ooh.
The demon's gonna obviously say, I'm doing what a demon does. And this world, let me tell you right now, there were two things going on when God destroyed it. They were killing babies and they were homosexual.
Are we getting
Rampant.
back to that, or are we beyond it?
We are beyond. Okay, we are barreling down hell so freaking fast. And I am tired of these pastors not speaking up from the pulpit. And Christians need to get a freaking backbone.
Let me pause you there for a second. You just said something that my alarm bell went off on. Why are preachers playing, and I'll use the nautical term, collision avoidance with this? Why won't preachers speak up? Why isn't what's the guy down in Dallas, the mega preacher that has all the money? What's his name? He's the damn, I forget his name.
Is it Jeffers? If it's
No,
Jeffers,
the guy that's got the really good smile. His wife was hooked on oxycodone. Damn it, I can't think of his name.
Ben.
You know who I'm
Young?
talking about.
Young. Ben
Well,
Young.
why are preachers not talking about this? What, are they scared to lose some tithes and offerings? Is that what they're afraid of?
Okay, so there's a couple things. My first thing is they're just wusses. Okay, number one, you're a wuss. Because let me tell you something, Jack Hibbs in California, that's my pastor, and I live in Houston.
Okay.
Jack Hibbs, that man.
Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen. That's the name I was looking for. Joel Osteen.
Oh, yeah, he's in Houston.
Well, listen, I hate to cut you off. I try to give everybody about a minute or so. I appreciate what you... Let me ask you one quick question, just yes or no. She worked labor and delivery. Do they need to go back now at that hospital and look at every death that happened in labor and delivery?
Yes.
I thought so too. Thank you for calling. God bless you. You keep watching. Hit that subscribe button. There we go. Joel Osteen. Yeah, I want to see every preacher talk about that. She really brought up a good point. Lines are open. Man, this looks like an Alabama phone number. Here we go. Let's go line 5. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
Hey, man, this is Melissa from Alabama.
Oh, I don't know if I'm prepared for the fire and brimstone about to come through this phone line, and I don't think anybody else is. Melissa, the line's yours. What you got?
Well, I am going to talk about that woman that killed her kids. I am very highly pissed about it, and because I went through a lot of stuff with my kids.
Sure.
And what she did is undescribable.
Prosecutors will continue.
I think she should be executed because I think she knew what she was doing, because if she didn't, she wouldn't have tried to kill herself.
Let me ask you this. Man, I use my reference of my old pickup truck. I don't have a backup camera on it. If I bumped into somebody's car in Walmart one time, it's an accident. If I found another car and did it a second time, and then I did it a third time, it probably ain't an accident anymore, is it?
Oh, no. No.
Melissa, I think you're onto
kids,
something.
Even if you kill one kid, it's still not an accident.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why the reference with the car, no.
Melissa,
I mean, bumping in a car, that's an accident. Killing a kid, no. There's no accident with killing a kid. Unless it's like, you bump into a kid and they fall and hit their head. That could be considered an accident.
Mm-hmm.
But something like this, no, I do not think, because I went through a lot of stuff because I had my kids after I got out of the Army.
I don't want to get into any personal stories like that, but I know where you're going. You keep that stuff personal and work on it, okay, Melissa? Thank you for calling. God bless you. I don't want to get into any personal stuff that could be misconstrued. That's personal. Let's go Retro Bill, Super Chat. $10 from Retro Bill. Thank you so much. Man, I get all the messages from my trolls. They really love my show. Let's go. Let's see here. Line 5. What do you got?
Hey, Ben. Good morning.
You got to speak up.
Kevin
I can barely hear
from
you.
Alabama.
Barely hear you. Speak up a little bit, sir.
Oh, okay. My bad. This is Kevin from Huntsville, Alabama.
What do you got, Kevin? Make it quick. I've got to make these calls about a
I'll make it real
minute.
quick.
Okay.
I think I know what happened to preachers.
Okay. Let's hear it.
513C. They're afraid to lose it.
Oh, their tax exemption.
Yeah. They don't want to mess with the government. They're afraid.
Damn. But let me ask you
That's what I
this.
got.
Why is it okay for some preachers like in Atlanta to
Because they're not
allow
doing it
some
en
of these
masse.
people to get in the pulpit and talk about
So, some
politics?
preachers get in there and speak the truth, but if they did it in mass, the government would step in and take away their rights.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
For, that is a really good, fresh perspective to look at this. God bless you. Thank you for calling. You know, I guess you're probably right about that. You're probably right about it. James, South Carolina, Marine Corps. What do you got?
What's going on? This is Dan County.
Yes, sir.
If those are my kids, you'd already be dead. Put it that way. I don't know. I mean, I just don't understand how you could look at 3 children like that and then show sympathy to some psychopath to kill them.
Let me ask you this, James.
I'm from South Carolina. I remember Susan Smith killed her children.
Yeah.
We wanted her to die.
Let me ask you this.
They just denied her parole and sent her back to prison.
Let me ask you this. In a case like this, the dad's opinion has to matter. Why doesn't the dad's opinion matter whenever they go to abortion? The dad doesn't count for that, right? It doesn't matter what the dad wants.
Yeah, they don't care nothing about the father. It's all about if a man done what she done, oh, they want to crucify him.
Well, thank you for calling, James. God bless you. Semper Fi. Valdosta, Georgia. What you got?
Hey, Ben. Hope you're having a good day, Ben.
I am. Yes, ma'am. Great conversation this morning.
I'm a former nurse,
Okay.
and I have no reason to give this woman answers. I've had my mental health issues, too. There's no excuse for this. And I don't know if you know about some of the things that have come out in the trial. Number one, she gave her husband an excuse to go out and run errands so she could get this thing done. And the 3-year-old ran from her when she was trying to catch him to kill him.
Yeah.
So I'm a Christian, but I have absolutely no mercy. The problem is our society, these people do not want to take personal accountability of anything anymore.
God bless you. Thank you for calling from Valdosta.
God
Appreciate
bless
you.
too, Ben.
Keep praying. Line 3, where are you calling from and what is your name?
This is Deborah from South Carolina.
Got South Carolina in the house. What do you got, Deborah, South Carolina?
Ben, I'm going to speak from experience.
Okay.
I have been through everything that's going on in this trial with this woman.
Okay.
Everything. And I can tell you this. There's no way I would have ever thought about taking my children's life. Maybe my own at one time, but never my children. I do not support what's going on in this country, making her the victim. She's not the victim.
Okay.
Those children.
But why, as a society, and I know you probably can't explain this, but not just this Lindsay Clancy. Let's look at Carmelo Anthony. Let's look at Luigi Mangione. Let's look at George Floyd. Let's look at Mike Brown. Let's look at Trayvon Martin. Let's look at the average Joe down that has a store that's defending himself from the criminal. And let's look at that mom at the beginning of the show that is painting the story that her daughter is a victim because she's deployed in the United States Navy. When did everything get flipped? When did Dearborn, Michigan become Somalia? When did it become wrong for us to only want English language in our schools? When did it become wrong when we didn't want teachers talking about their sexuality or their pronoun? When did everything flip? When did the Bible become upside down?
I don't have the answer for that, Ben, but you quote, what is his name, Gad Saad?
Yes, Suicidal Empathy. It's the best book I've read in 10 years.
Yes. So I can only reference to what I believe that he says. I don't have the exact time. I think it's evil what's going on in our country. I think we're being invaded by Muslims. I think that these women are also women that support abortion up until birth. I think they're sick, but I can't give you an answer to exactly when. But I just pray to God that our country and our morals can change because, I mean, it's like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Well, thank you for calling. We're going to talk
Thank you,
about
Ben.
we're going to talk about this whole religion of peace here real quick. So this is in Australia. I'm going to pause the calls here for a second. There is a woman in Australia. Her name is Pauline Hanson. And Pauline Hanson has a plan to ban burqas. Portugal has just banned burqas in public.
Now we are in danger of being swamped by Muslims who bear a culture and ideology that is incompatible with our own. If we don't make changes now, there will be no hope in the future. Have no doubt that we will be living under Sharia law and treated as second-class citizens with second-class rights if we keep heading down the path with the attitude, she'll be right, mate. Therefore, I call for stopping further.
Look at that right here. She claims the burqa is a security threat and a symbol of oppression. This was back in 2016. Thoughts? Comments?
I call for stopping further Muslim immigration and banning the burqa as they have done in many countries around the world.
Thank you, President. I move that Senator Hanson be suspended for the Senate for 7 sitting days.
So the question is, the motion is moved by Senator Wong be agreed to. Those of that opinion say aye.
Here we go. Somebody said, I don't believe there's any such thing as PTSD. You're a moron. You're an absolute moron if you don't believe that's real. Yeah, let's just ban that guy. Banned. Goodbye.
Against? I believe the ayes have it.
Did you just come from Afghanistan? Wow, holy.
They banned her. Now I guess she's running for Prime Minister of Australia. She's running for Prime Minister of Australia now.
Racism should not be the choice of the Senate.
Why isn't she wearing a burqa? Why isn't she wearing hers? Where's her at? Put on your hood, your do-rag. The lines are open. 615-475-7864. Portugal banned this stuff. Let's go line 6. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
You got another South Carolina in the house.
Wow.
This
Okay,
is
South
Tommy.
Carolina's
South
on fire.
Carolina.
What do you got, brother?
And I think that every one of those women that were on side of the road cheering for this lady, they need to look into their kids and find out, if they're safe.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong. Thank you for calling, Tommy, South Carolina. God bless you, brother.
All right, buddy.
Tommy, South Carolina. Phone lines are burning up. I can't even grab all the calls. But they're open. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Let's go. What do we got here? Let's see. Line 7. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Ben, it's James in North Carolina. How are you?
North Carolina. What do we got?
Yeah, man. So here's some more suicidal empathy for your trolls to chew on. The best example is when the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock.
Okay.
American Indians controlled what we know today as the lower 48 states.
Correct.
The Indians took mercy on the Pilgrims because they didn't know how to farm and survive in cold weather.
Okay.
Then, over time, what happened? The Pilgrims and the white man killed the Indians off.
Correct.
And took control.
Correct.
We're seeing the same thing with the Muslims. We're getting and the Somalis. Our empathy is suicidal, and they will take over and kill us off if we don't put our foot down now.
Here's my thing. If America's so bad, why are they coming here? If we're such a horrible place, why are they coming here? Right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, they love our weather. They love our they love our land. And they love the security that the lower 48 provides to them in a new country if they can establish it.
Are we in a state of amnesia? Are we forgetting what has occurred for a long damn time? Or are we forgetting what happened to the Twin Towers? Are we forgetting what happened to Khobar Towers? Are we forgetting what happened to the USS Cole? Are we forgetting about what happened, World Trade Center? Are we forgetting that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to look no further than the current young generation who wasn't born when 9/11 happened, and they have no idea. They haven't learned history in school. Their parents are missing in action. They didn't teach them morals and right from wrong, and that's what we're seeing today. And the Democratic Party is falling into the same trap with all of this big tent nonsense. They're inviting these people in who eventually want to slit their throat.
Let me ask you this. Quick yes or no, and I pull this up as an example. Democrat socialist candidate Angie Nixon out of Florida compares ICE agents to modern day slave catchers. She's going back, she's painting herself as Harriet Tubman. The ICE agents are obviously, slave catchers. But here's the thing. Democrats were these supposed slave catchers. Yes or no? I know we're backwards right now. The Democrat Party is embracing this. Is it effective? Right. I think it's effective. I think they are really effective at this.
At the Democrats embracing socialism?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they're stupidly embracing communism.
Yeah.
Socialism is just the first stop on the way to communism. And for all you trolls out there that want to see these people take over, look no further than North Korea. Look no further than Cuba. There is no free election. It's maniacs putting their foot on the back of your neck, telling you what you're going to eat, where you're going to work, where you're going to live, and how much money is going to be in your bank account.
Here, thank you for calling. It's like they, before they take somebody's life with capital punishment, they use an alcohol swab to hook up the IV. God bless you, brother. Thank you. I mean, that's the way it is. Trump's putting a tariff on Canada. Good. FBI agents confiscate Eric Swalwell's electronic devices. There is no kind of telling what sick, demented pictures of buttholes there are on that. I feel sorry for those people. They'll have PTSD watching that. But yeah, we have become a nation of backwardsness. I believe everything we are seeing is backwards. Let's go line 1. We're back at the top of the scoreboard. What do you got? Line 1. Where are you calling from? What's your name? First and foremost.
Hi, Ben. This is Belinda from Minnesota.
Belinda, Minnesota, the great state of Minneapolis. You got a great governor. You got a great mayor in Minneapolis.
Yeah, right. No, I'm 75, and I wanted to explain that I think that the downfall of what's going on right now is that discipline from the home changed when the mothers had to go out to work all the time, and they started daycare, so they didn't have the mother staying at home. I'm saying this from someone that's 75. The children had their mom at home, and we disciplined them and taught them morals. And my upbringing was from a mother that was a Christian, and I lived to be a mother, and I'm so grateful that I was able to stay home with my children and raise them.
Well, thank you for calling.
The downfall, yep, you bet.
Thank you for calling. I think you're onto something there. I really do. I really believe she's onto something there. I don't know how we get back to that. Somebody says, I agree on backwardsness. Yeah. Big Ten is welcome environment for desert people who are raised in them. Probably not wrong there either. Let's go line 2. What do you got? Line 2. Where are you calling from? What is your name, first and foremost?
My name is Janice. I'm calling from California, otherwise known as California.
Okay, what would you like to say?
I say we ban and deport Islam.
How do you do it? I don't think you could do it.
Denaturalize them and deport them.
Let me ask you this. Where do you go to church?
Apostolic Lutheran.
Okay, so a Lutheran. So what if you don't agree with Baptist? Should they deport Baptist? If you don't agree with Catholic,
Hell
should
no.
they deport Catholics?
Hell no, because I go to Baptist church also.
Okay. But how our country was built on religious freedom of religion.
But Islam is not a religion. It is a political ideology that is there to conquer us.
If you start deporting people based on their religion, where does it stop?
It's not religion.
Where does it stop?
It's their ideology.
Where does it stop?
They're not here to assimilate. They're here to conquer.
Where does it stop?
It's going to be the Crusades once again.
Where does it stop? Who makes that decision? Who has the power to make that decision?
It's going to be the Crusades again.
Okay. I don't agree with you, but that's okay. We're allowed to disagree. God bless you. God bless you. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. We got men and women's sports. We've got actual men defending men and women's sports. I say Michael Jordan should join the WNBA. Iran vows a devastating military response. That's amazing, isn't it? I mean, let me ask you this. Why don't Muslim men wear burqas? Thank you for the super chat. I mean, if it's so good for everyone, why don't they wear them? Let's go. Oh, crap. I think I hung up on somebody. I didn't mean to do that. Ed Martin's leaving the Trump admin to go after some legal battles before the midterms. That is huge. But where does it stop? Listen to this.
But let's have a listen to Pauline Hanson speaking at CPAC only a day or so ago.
I want our country to become like England? No. And until we stand up and speak against it and create debate, nothing will change. And our children and grandchildren will never understand, what our history is about, wherever we become. And do not apologise for being white.
So Pauline's been talking about things like banning the burqa, which many countries do ban the burqa for the obvious reason that the burqa, particularly with women under 18, for young girls, it's a form of segregation. It's a form of reverse integration, reverse assimilation. It's taking a group of the community, a vulnerable group in the community, and saying, you're not going to look like the rest of the mainstream, mono, or whatever culture you want to call it, but the mainstream, we're
Native Americans were here first. Patrick M. Hoey. Should everybody else leave? If Native Americans were here first, should everyone else leave? Should we get in our boats and go back to wherever? Patrick M. Hoey, I think your comment, Native Americans were here first, great. Are you saying we leave? Huh? How would that work? All the slaves that were brought here from Africa, should they be sent back to Africa? Line 1, what do you got? Where are you calling from? What's your name?
This is the guitar player. I thought you kept my number.
Good morning. What would you like to say?
I like to say people that do the wrong thing should be held accountable. None of this 6 months, a year, 2 years. The thing of it is, you got these cameras out there, and you see things you see what they're doing, and they're doing what they're doing. It's plain as day. Why do we got to go through this guilty, not guilty, blah, blah, all this other stuff?
Are you wanting more cameras?
No, I'm saying I'm saying that if a person does something wrong, they should be held accountable.
Okay.
Period. That's the problem. Everybody's get a slap on the old wrist. We'll let you out. But no.
Okay.
I mean,
well, thank you for calling, brother. I appreciate you. God bless you.
Sure.
Take care, guitar player. Up in, I think he's in Montana, maybe. Line 1, where are you calling from? What would you like to say?
I'm calling from California.
Okay. Did you just call in a minute ago?
Yeah, and I wasn't finished.
We don't take 2 calls. We don't take 2 calls. 1 call each. 1 call. But thank you. I mean, when did we become,
first of all,
a nation where we allow what's happening to happen? Freedom of religion, I'm okay with people having whatever religion they want. Let's go troll under the bridge. You're on the clock. You got a minute. What you got, brother?
Well, strangulation is very personal, and it takes an extreme amount of evil and hate to do.
You're not wrong by that.
Chances are she was looking directly in her kid's eyes while doing this, watching the life drain from them and feeling it happen.
I don't know if you're wrong about that. That is one hell of a way to look at that, is that she knew what she was doing.
I just think about the kids and what they were looking like. They were probably pleading and begging for their mother to stop. The one kid took off running.
At 3 to 5 years old. Troll, let me ask you this. You're up in the great, bastion of freedom, Michigan. And I don't know if people will agree with me or not, but I think part of the decline happened when they got rid of one of the TV shows. Cops. Am I wrong? Am I looking at things a little crazy? But when they got rid of the TV show Cops, it seems like things changed.
They started taking other shows out. What was that? Live PD and stuff like that. They started taking them off the air too. Not so people can't see what actually happens.
Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You're absolutely right. God bless you, Troll. Thank you for calling, brother. I appreciate you.
Yep.
I'm making you a moderator in the chat, Troll. I'm making Troll a moderator. Bible sales are up 40%. Charles Manson, Jeffrey Dahmer were insane. So what? I love that you have a picture of Lyndon Baines Johnson as your profile picture. I don't know why. I think it's hilarious. I got the clock started. I got the clock up here so we can get some calls. I put everybody a minute on the clock. I think that's what look at this. Migrants cross the channel. Look at that. Migrants are crossing the channel in the UK. 3,400 in 32 days of the first 32 days of that presidency or prime minister. What do you got?
Hey, man.
You're on the clock. Got a minute. Roll it.
Everybody's looking at this thing the wrong way.
Let's hear the right way to look at it. Tell me how to look at it the right way.
Well, we can't just get them out of the country due to religious reasons.
Okay.
But if you look at how they are taking over cities, we can damn sure get them on the RICO Act because it's all the same playbook.
Okay.
It's a conspiracy with all of them. They come out and say what they want to do. I'm pretty sure that's going to be how it goes.
Okay. All right.
It's a criminal act,
Yeah.
Denaturalize and get rid of them.
Do you think we've created part of our own problem by being so empathetically forgiving? I feel like it's a death by a million cuts, right?
Well, yeah. And everything leads back to one thing, and that is the freaking media. They conjure up a story, create the empathy and the sympathy, and the people fall for it.
I don't think you're wrong. I'm going to play this clip here. I don't know who's Bobby. Thank you for calling, brother. I really appreciate you. God bless you.
God bless you.
Bobby up in, I think he's in Tennessee somewhere. Look at this. This is a coffee shop in Idaho. Look at, I want to play this. I want you to get an idea of what we're up against.
I said everybody is welcome, but I said I don't want this group meeting here. It's like if the KKK asked to meet here, I would say no.
So you think pro-lifers are like the KKK? Is that what you're saying?
In my world, it's the same. It's the same sort of concept.
That is so beyond hard. Pro-lifers, those who advocate for the dignity of every human life, even children in the womb. You were saying we are like the KKK.
I've made my point clear. I asked you guys not to meet here. I said everybody is welcome.
What do you think of this? Coffee shop owner in Idaho. It's called Idaho Roasters Coffee Shop. Idaho Roasters Coffee Shop says if you're pro-life, you wear a white hood. Ladies, we got any people wearing white hoods that are pro-life? Is that how backwards we've become? It damn sure feels like it, doesn't it? Eric, one of my moderators in the chat. God bless you, Eric. That is how far we've become. I got to make Troll under the bridge. Troll, tag me in a comment so I can make you a moderator here. Somebody said life begins at conception, not perception. That's quote of the day. I'm giving it to you.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Idaho Coffee Roasters. I want to see who this is. Let's see. Idaho Coffee Roasters and Bakery. Let's see here. It'd be a shame if a bunch of people called that store. They're open between 6 and 8 a.m. It'd be a shame if people called that place and complained, wouldn't it? Let's see if there's a contact number there. Oh, it's a shame. They took their address off of there. Let's go, James, great state of Virginia, the bastion of freedom on the East Coast. What do you got, James?
Well, Ben, I've been watching something pretty close over in Ireland.
Ireland. What do we got in Ireland? Let's
Ireland.
find
that. Yes, Ireland. Right now, the communist politicians pushed the Irish people in a corner when they tried to behead that Irish citizen in public, the Islamists. Well, I'm afraid the IRA is back, and guess what? This is historical. There's two other groups. They're the Protestant side of the terrorist groups over there. They fight the IRA. They have joined with the IRA. This is historic. They finally pushed the people far enough. The people are kicking back. And Ben, this is coming to America.
I'm seeing right here a video. Muslims thought the takeover of Ireland was complete. They got a rude awakening.
Oh, they did. And see, the IRA, they're not gentle. Yeah, when they tell you something, you better believe it. And the politicians, they're shitting their britches right now.
Are they did they allow this to happen? The politicians?
They didn't. They caused it. They caused it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They caused
James.
it.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, great state of Virginia, you've got a governor there that, I mean, why not, right? Why not?
Yeah, we told her, we sent her a message at the Gay Wax Federalist Convention. Don't come to Southside Virginia.
Yeah.
You're communist. We don't want you here.
Yeah.
You know, Governor Wilder was the first black governor in the United States. You know, we invited him to Gay Wax. He was a good fellow.
James, thank you for calling, brother. God bless you. Great state of Virginia. Look up Anger Tab. Look at that report he did on Rashida Tlaib. I will. I don't know who that is, but I'll check it out. Ireland is looking really Islamic right now, isn't it? Let's see here. The bacon bombs. I love bacon. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. I lived in the UK for about 6 years. James was right. You don't mess with the Irish. They put stuff in garbage cans that goes kaboom boom. Kabuki. Let's go line 1. Where are you calling from? What is your name?
Wisconsin. I go by Echo Dragonfly in your chat.
Echo Dragonfly in the chat, Wisconsin. What would you like to say this morning?
I would like to say that the United States of America has guidelines and principles, and it has our Constitution. We are a God country.
Okay.
Which means living godly and living by its laws, rules, and regulations.
Okay.
Our Bible is also our guideline as to how to conduct ourselves as a Christian person or people.
Okay. Okay.
And this means adhering to our laws. If people are coming here not adhering to our laws, we are to turn away that sin or lawlessness.
So I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you think when people move to the United States, they should assimilate into our societal norms.
Correct.
Okay, I agree with that. Let me ask you this then. And if someone moves to our country, are they allowed to practice their own religion?
As long as it is not breaking any of our laws.
I agree with you 1,000,000%. You have a level of common sense that is unknown to a lot of people. Thank you for calling Echo in the chat. God bless you. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free. Troll Under the Bridge. I need to make Troll Under the Bridge a moderator, and I don't know if I can find it right now. Troll Under the Bridge. Tag. Oh, there we go. Right there. Troll Under the Bridge is now going to have his name in blue. Troll's got a lot of common sense, and I love common sense, which is not really common right now. I don't think that lady's wrong at all. The Lindsay Clancy thing has changed my perspective on a lot of stuff. Let's drop some knowledge up in New York. What do you got, Dawn? New York.
Yeah,
What do you got?
Ben. So I had to leave the meeting for 40 minutes for some reason. I had a reason. But the first part of the broadcast was the pacification of the military family.
Oh, it is,
went
isn't
to,
it?
Of all places, the New York Times.
Oh, that's the bastion of great news. I mean, they know how to tell us what's really happening.
Oh my gosh! And my son, I got to tell you, I didn't see my son for 2 years. He was deployed 3 times in the sandbox of Iraq, Afghanistan.
Yeah.
He ate dirt sandwiches, brushed his teeth with dirt.
Dirt sandwiches are very tasty.
Tasty dirt with camel crap in it too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Never once would he dare. If I did that, I would be disowned. So it's called the pacification of the male and female children by parents like that woman.
I'm going to play this clip for those that have missed it.
That's the problem that's going on in this country, and it's everywhere.
God bless you.
Everywhere.
God bless you,
I
Dawn.
love you, Don.
Dawn, my other hat's in there. I thought I'd wear my freedom hat today so I can.
No, I like the freedom hat.
I'm going to give you the Screaming Eagle from the hat. I've got to press the button on the hat if I can find it here real quick.
I love it, Ben. Thank you. Oh, that's outstanding.
There we go. Freedom Eagle rolling into town. Thank you, Dawn. God bless you. Appreciate it. We started the show off with this clip here, the wussification. There we go. Here we go.
Normally, when you go to war, you do rotation. Then you know you're coming home.
These days, Erica Vandermeer rarely puts her phone down. It's the only lifeline she and her son-in-law have to their family member, a sailor aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln.
I keep hearing, well, they signed up for this. They didn't sign up to be on a ship in the middle of the ocean with no port calls, no feet on the ground. That wasn't in the brochure when they signed up.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was, babe. It was, babe. That was on the brochure. The brochure had it on the ground. Now, what really pisses me off is she's wearing one of my favorite band shirts, little Led Zeppelin. I had the opportunity of meeting Mr. Jimmy Page, and that's the part that bothers me right here. She didn't sign up for boots on the ground, for boondockers. Let's go here. Let's grab a couple of calls. For all of you veterans, get spicy. The pacification. The sound of freedom, the eagle cap. You know, I love this hat. I forget who sent it to me. It's right there. There we go. Let's go to great state of Ohio. Carrie. What do you got, Carrie?
How's it going, Ben?
Amazing. What are we going to do, brother?
Well, you know, there's like 53 major Muslim countries in the world, and these Muslims want to come to Europe, Ireland, to Spain, to America. It's an invasion, what it is. And Islam is not a religion. I don't care what anybody says. It's an ideology. It was made up by an idiot.
Okay.
If we don't stand strong, stand shoulder to shoulder, the younger generation is going to have a hell of a war to fight, and I don't think their chances of winning are really good because they don't have the backbone that our grandfathers had.
Apparently, 24 countries have banned burqas, and I wasn't aware of this until I started looking into this. And it is, let's see here, Kazakhstan, I can't say that one, Tajik, let's see here, also implemented bans, let's see here, enact these laws with France, Belgium, now they're not enforcing it because they're still doing it, Austria, Denmark, Switzerland, Bulgaria, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Portugal, Germany, and Spain do not have nationwide bans. Specific states or regions with them have enacted local restrictions. Man, this is, I don't think we would ever be able to pull it off here because we have too many Karens, right?
Right.
God bless you.
You also mentioned why don't the men wear burqas? Well, they do when they're being hunted by our soldiers. They hide.
Oh, that's right. They do hide their faces. Kerry, thank you for calling, brother. God bless you. Appreciate you. Hide your dogs and cats up there from the Haitians in Ohio. God bless you. So they've banned them in certain countries.
Segregating you. The burqa, to my view, is every bit as segregationist as putting Rosa Parks at the back of the bus. That's what it is. And to say let's ban the burqa is not controversial. There are many countries around the world who do it for that very reason. We need assimilation. We need integration. We need our cultures brought together under the Australian culture. That's not hard. Then you get on... sorry, James.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No.
No, well, I was going to say, it's interesting because this is the one area where I think, and we talk about Pauline Hanson speaking in a sort of a demotic fashion that, doesn't necessarily meet with sort of, the elite way of speaking. Trump does the exact same thing. The one concern I had about the bringing up the burqa thing is it feels like a bit like they're trying to graft the British and French and European problems that they have with migration, which were much more illegal-based and refugee-based and Islam-based with, our problem in Australia. Our problem in Australia is actually the legal immigration system.
It's part of the problem here in the United States is the legal immigration system. That's exactly right. We've raised a culture of victims. Victims are now the bad guys. Victims are now the criminals. The actual victims that lost their lives are not relevant. They're not important. They don't matter. That is where we're at.
Keeping the watch on the 1MC, pass the word. Dive, dive, sound 2 blasts of dive alarm, pass the word, dive, dive.
Dive, dive. Dive, dive.
Here we go again! Here we go again! Same old song again! Same old song again! Marching down the avenue! Marching down the avenue! We don't know when we'll be through! We don't know when we'll be through! They cry, a long, long time ago! Long, long time ago! Heard it on the radio! Heard it on the radio! Sounds so good to me! Sounds so good to me! U.S. Navy submarine! U.S. Navy submarine! Recruiter just inside here! Recruiter just inside here! Turns out I gave them 5 years! Turns out I gave them 5 years! Had to get out of boot camp! Had to get out of boot camp! They won't like the smoking lamp! They won't like the smoking lamp! Now I'm a submariner! Now I'm a submariner! Rolling in the deep, sir! Rolling in the deep, sir! Top secret mission, hush, hush! Secret mission, hush, hush! No one's gonna find us! No one's gonna find us! 6 months below the ocean! 6 months below the ocean! I can't remember the sun! I can't remember the sun! Can't write my wife no letters! Can't write my wife no letters! And Tony's gonna get her! Tony's gonna get her! But I won't trade this life away! I won't trade this life away! Makes it worth the Navy pay! Makes it worth the Navy pay! If I can't be a bobblehead! I can't be a bobblehead! Might as well just be dead! Might as well just be dead! A long, long time ago! Long, long time ago! Heard it on the radio! Heard it on the radio! Sounds so good to me! Sounds so good to me! U.S. Navy submarine! U.S. Navy submarine! Say Riley, 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 Riley! Hey, sailor! Hey, sailor! Where have you been? Where for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Korea. I've been to Korea. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Vietnam. I've been to Vietnam. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Desert Storm. I've been to Desert Storm. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Afghanistan. I've been to Afghanistan. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Iraq and back. I've been to Iraq and back. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where will you be? Where will you be? I'll be where I have to be. I'll be where I have to be. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Live, cry, live, free. Cry, live, free. Live, cry, live, cry, live.
Okay, guys, gals, girls, it's the Ben Dyke Show. Guys, gals, we only got 2 genders on here. I don't care what Aaron Russell thinks that he is in the chat. But thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.